Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants, and he asked.
So his elder son ain't went nowhere. He been holding it down the whole time, man. So he heard them party, and he like, what's going on? Go ahead.
Yeah. Go on. And he called and asked one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said unto him, thy brother is come, and thy father hath killed the fatted calf, because he hath received him safe and sound.
Right.
And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him.
He said he was angry and would not go in, man. And that's the attitude of a lot of brothers in the truth, man. You might got a brother that fell out. When he came back, he just started back teaching, man. What you mad for? What you mad for? Go ahead, Doc. You want to? How was that about that last little rain?
Luke 15, verse 28. And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. And he answering said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment. Yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends.
Right. So this is a brother, like I was saying, this is another example too. A brother who could have fell out the truth. The example was you gonna get that next. Other parable, the brother who came in at the last hour. Go ahead.
But as soon as thy son was come, which hath devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It was meet that we should make merry and be glad. But this thy brother was dead and is alive again.
Right, man. So that brother, that brother, whether he the newer one to come in, or it's a brother that was fell back to the word, came back. It's time to pour more love out on him than ever, not to anybody, man. Go ahead.
And was lost and is found.
That's it. Get Matthew 20. All these parables, man. Yahushua was quoting all these parables, man. Why do you think he was quoting parables? Because these were different situations that had happened, man. You know? Because you had the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They were trying to look like they was better than the people, man. Like they ain't done nothing wrong with nothing, man. You know? Yeah, I think it's 20. No, it's 18. With the first line. Penny.
No, that's 20. Matthew chapter 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard.
Right, over here.
And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sat into his vineyard.
So the household is Yahushua, man. So Yahushua went out hiring laborers, just like he did when he came upon the scene, man. You know, John was prepared to wait for him, but eventually all John's cycles went to follow Yahushua. Go ahead.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
Because guess what? Even though Peter, he said Peter should be my rock, guess what? Matthew, Peter's brother, Lord had chose him first. So Matthew had came in before Lord Peter. Go ahead.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went out about them, they went their way. Again.
And who was the vineyard, man? The vineyard is Israel. It's in Isaiah 5. So all these parables still go back to the nation of Israel, man. These so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Israel is my vineyard. Go ahead.
This is did we get it? It's in 3.
Verse 4, and said, Matthew chapter 20, verse 4, and he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give unto you. And they went their way.
Right, yeah, read it. Start from the
top.
Yeah, we're going to read that.
All right, this is Isaiah 5:1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard.
Right. Go ahead.
My well-beloved have a vineyard in a very fruitful hill, and he fenced it, and gathered out the stones thereof.
Right. So this like to the brother read, the outside hired laborers into his vineyard. Go ahead.
And planted it with the choicest vines.
So we got planted with the choicest vines, man. The Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, go ahead.
And built a tower in the midst of it.
Right.
And also made a winepress therein.
Good.
And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Right. So the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. What did that tower represent, man? Your righteousness, man. You know. And then the tower also will represent the laborers he sent to the prophets, man, watching for you. Because he always had prophets, man. Just like who he gave the when he chose Israel, when he brought us out of the land of Egypt, who did he use, man? To give us the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Moses, go ahead. And that's what that word represents, man. Go ahead,
And what could have been done more to my vineyard?
Go back, read that verse again where it said brought forth wild grapes.
Yeah, I skipped to it. It said, and he fenced it. This is verse 2.
He fenced it. What's the fence, man? What's the fence? This is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is your defense, man. This is your stability. This is your protection. What it say? Money answered all things, but wisdom preserve your life, man. Wisdom save your life. Go ahead.
And he gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choice vines, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Right. Go ahead.
And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem.
So the wild grapes is how we say Jake Wild. This going back to slaying our people. The Lord looked at us as a vineyard, and it brought forth wild grapes. Going back into in Romans 11, man, when our people thought they was talking about the other nations, when they say the olives that was wild, man, that's the same. That's a precept to this right here, man. Those we fit a lot of. It's supposed to brought forth good grapes, but some grapes came out wild, man. worshiping other gods and stuff. That's different. Right. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, and now, you on 2 again or you on?
That verse right there, again, the same verse you just read.
Okay. And he fenced it, and gathered out the stones thereof.
Right, go ahead.
And planted it with the choicest vines.
Right.
And built a tower in the midst of it. And also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes. And it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard.
Betwixt me?
Yeah, betwixt me and my vineyard.
So between me and my vineyard, go ahead.
What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it?
Right.
Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes.
Right, go ahead.
And now,
so wild grapes represent our people that's lost, man. Go ahead.
And now, go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof.
Right. So going back into Baruch 2, the Lord took the heads from around us, man. And let these other nations took us down. And like it said, he gave us the law, statutes, and the commandments, which was going to cause us to bring forth, we was going to reap good fruits, man. Like the scriptures say, in a tree that don't bring forth good fruit, don't be cast down, man. Be cut down and cast into the furnace, basically cast into the fire, man. So it's the same thing right here. Read it again now.
It said, and now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the walls thereof.
Right.
And it shall be trodden down, and I will lay it waste.
Going to what your house I said, Luke 21 and 24. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down and you should be led captive. Get it right quick, huh? I think it's over with now.
What, the rain? Yeah, it probably gone.
The sun coming. Luke 21, 24.
Alright, this is Luke chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge. I'm going to start at 22. But these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
There you go. All things that are written may be fulfilled, man. And this in the New Testament, man. So tell your pastor, man, all things ain't fulfilled, man. These be the days of vengeance. Jacob's trouble ain't fulfilled. Jacob's trouble is spoken of in the Old Testament, man, not the New Testament, man. So even when your house shot speaking right here, that all things, these be the days of vengeance, that all things may be fulfilled, man. Starting back in the book of Genesis, Deuteronomy. It's coming now. Yeah, because we'll come back, we got to that shit smell.
Alright, this is Isaiah 5 and 6. It said, I will lay it to waste. It shall not be pruned. Nor dig.
The Lord said He's going to lay it to waste, man. It should not be pruned. So this is what happened to us. Go ahead.
Nor dig. But there shall come up briars and thorns, I will also command the clouds that they rain upon it.
Right. So the condition we in, man. Because what did the rain bring? What did the rain produce? The rain make everything grow, make everything fruit. So the Lord said He should withhold the rain. This is why we in the situation we in, man. This is why we at the bottom of society, because we brought forth briars and thorns, going back into Romans 11 again. The wild olives. Go ahead.
It says the vineyard of Yahweh of hosts is the house of Israel.
Right, yeah. Right, man. So like the scripture said, the vineyard is the house of Israel. So this all you gotta do is go back, man, link the scriptures up with the scriptures. So it's the same vineyard that's in Matthew the 18th chapter. Go ahead,
For the vineyard of the house of hosts is the house of Israel.
No.
And the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression, for righteous, but behold, a cry.
Read that again. The who of Judah?
It said, for the vineyard of Yahweh is the house of Yahweh host is the house of Israel.
So the whole nation. Go ahead.
And the men of Judah his pleasant plant.
See, the men of Judah his pleasant plant, man. Because the tribe of Judah is the leader. Go ahead. And it's the men, though. The men of the so-called Negro, man. The woman got her place. She got her perfect place. She's supposed to be the helpmeet. She is the helpmeet for the man. That's her place. That was the woman's reason for being created, period. She the helpmeet. Did the scripture say that in Genesis 3? I created the woman for to be the helpmeet unto Adam. And the pillar of rest. She's supposed to be your pillar of rest. Go ahead.
And the men of, and he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression, for righteousness, but behold,
he looked for judgment, but what did he see? Oppression. So we read that again.
It said, for the vineyard of Yahweh of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant.
Right.
And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression, for righteousness, but behold, a cry.
Right.
Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. It said, woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. In my ears, said Yahweh of hosts, of a truth.
Got the big dogs coming out today, and the deal in the road one day, you got the trouble.
So in my ears, said Yahweh of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate.
Right.
Even great, bare, without inhabitants.
So this is what was going on when Yahweh Shah came, man. So Yahweh Shah was, like it said, he come to, what it say? He come to fulfill. He didn't come to destroy the law, but to fulfill, man. So this part of his fulfillment, man. You still had that in, yeah, get that. That's what we was supposed to start in, man. Yeah, that's what we said. It's a lot. Yeah, come on. Get that.
Luke 21.
Get that scripture again, though, out in Jeremiah. It said we was trying. I think it's verse 2. Now that's the precept that they don't just skip back down the way you was at. I think it's verse 2. It's in that same chapter, verse 2, where it said they tried it. Verse 2 or 3. It could be 1. It could be down further. Yeah.
want mine first or his?
Yeah, I want him to read that again.
It's yours.
Verse 5, huh? You hear me? Verse 5.
Yeah. So Jeremiah 2.
Oh, nah. I said the same chapter you was in.
Oh, I thought you said Isaiah.
He got Jeremiah. Okay. Isaiah 5. We'll see what you try.
All right. This is Isaiah 5 and 5. Now go to. I'll tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the walls thereof, and it shall be trodden down.
Where you want me to start at?
Where you was at? Pick back up with it. Start where you want to start at. Yeah, Luke. Get that tried. That's what we was at when we came running down here.
Alright. Luke chapter 21, verse 22. But these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
So in everything, that time, stuff still had to be fulfilled. And just like now, we still got a lot of stuff that got to be fulfilled, man. Which what we going to now, Jacob's trouble got to be fulfilled, man. What we doing had to be fulfilled, man. Us being trodden underfoot, us falling away from the truth, you know. Yeah, us remembering ourselves, going back in the Baruch, all that had to be fulfilled. Go ahead,
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
And these times coming again, man. Go ahead.
For there shall be a great distress in the land.
Which this going into 70 AD. Go ahead,
And wrath upon his people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. And shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Right.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, man. So when the Lord said we should be trodden down, who trod Jerusalem? He said, let you know who's going to trod us down. He's talking about our land and the people, man. Because we the children of Jerusalem too, man. Going back into Joel chapter 3. And who trod us down, man? The Romans, man. The other nations, the Gentiles, basically. But like I said, Jerusalem should be trodden down other Gentiles until their time be fulfilled. So everything had to be fulfilled. So now the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled. Go ahead. The time of our punishment being fulfilled is almost over. See, everything got to be fulfilled, man. Go ahead. The time of the so-called white man rulership is being fulfilled, and it's going to come to the end. Go ahead.
And there shall be a sign, there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. The seas and the waves roaring.
Right.
Men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Right, you can stop right there. Go ahead. Pick back up where you was at in Jeremiah. When we go, in Isaiah. Not skip back down to where you going.
All right, this is verse 9. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 9. In my ears said Yahweh host of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitants. Yeah, 10 acres of vineyards shall yield one bath, and the seed of a homer shall yield an apple.
Right, going back into our people work the hardest, but look what we getting paid, man. This going to your minimum wage, and you ain't getting what you worth, basically. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drinks.
Yeah, you're going to rise up early tomorrow morning, go to church, following strong drink, man. Go ahead, following these different following strong drink, man. Go ahead.
That continue up that continue until night, till wine inflame them.
Right. You are drunken, but not with wine. Go ahead. And your pastors calling you to be drunk. And go. Your leaders, your prophets, and your rulers, and your seers. Go ahead.
And the harp, and the bow, the tamarind, and the pipe, and wine are in their feast.
Right.
But
all your music and all that. Go ahead. You want to just parlay, man. Go ahead.
But they regard not the work of Yahweh.
Which everything is done in order. Ain't nothing wrong with getting together with your people and having a good time, man. But we ain't gonna have time for the Lord, man. Going into what's that, Nahum 3? Your house built, but the house of the Lord ain't built, man. Go ahead,
Neither consider the operation of his hands.
I think that's Nahum 2, not 3. It might be Nahum 2. Go ahead, right. Go ahead.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Come.
Because they have no knowledge.
Right. So that's how we went into captivity. That's how we continuously stay in the captivity, man. We lost the knowledge. When our people was in the 60s, see, that's when we started to become alive again, man. When our people started shouting, knowledge is power, you know. Then eventually we came into the real, we remembered ourselves for real, man. Because you had the Muslims rising up then, you had the Black Panthers, until eventually, then you had the Israelites rose up, man. And guess what? This what has stood the test of time right here, man. This what standing the test of time right here, man. And this is what everything is coming into now, man. The Israelites, man. Go ahead,
And their honorable men are famished.
Right. Our honorable men are famished. They don't even got the food to feed the people no more, man. They ain't fed themselves, and they don't got the food to feed the people, which is this word. Go ahead.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Come.
Therefore, hell have enlarged herself.
What Jake say, Jake be thirsty out here, man. Going into their mind state, but this the slang Jake used, man. Because, like the scripture says, seek the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness first. Everything gonna be added unto you, so you ain't gonna be thirsty. Which Jacob used that because they be hurt, man. They feel like they don't got their necessities, man. But that's what all this going into. This is why. Go ahead.
And therefore hell has enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure.
The grave, man. The grave, go ahead.
And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he have rejoiced shall descend into it. And the mean men shall be brought down, and the mighty men shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled.
Right.
But Yahweh of hosts shall be exalted in judgment.
It said the mighty men shall be brought down. All our great warriors was brought down, man. Into a weaker nation that wasn't stronger than us, wasn't mighty warriors than us. But the Lord took the spirit from us, man. Go ahead. He took the spirit from the mighty men of Israel.
And power is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. Then shall the lamb feed after their manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin is wherewith a cart broke.
So this going into, it said the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, man, so we can produce good fruit. But we turned away from it, we started to produce wild grapes, man. So now it's going into the details of how we became wild grapes, man. Going into the wild olives in Romans the 11, which preachers will break that down like this, talking about the other nations, man. Let's know it's talking about the nation of Israel. Lost their heritage, lost their culture, fought out these other nations.
That say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw near and come, that we may know it.
Right.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Right, man.
That put
our people doing that now, man. But that show the churches don't got the truth, man. You got a lot of the women that gave up on the church and going into witchcraft right now, man, because the truth ain't in the church, man. The truth ain't in these modern day churches, man. What they call churches, man. They got a lot of our people turned, like I said, woe for them who put darkness for light, man, and call evil good. Now, you got our women going into witchcraft, man, thinking they doing something good, man. Go ahead.
It said, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Right.
Put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Which we know who set this up, all the other nations, man. Go ahead.
That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Right, man.
And prudent in their own sight.
So you can't be wise in your own eyes and prudent in your own sight. My scripture say, lean not to your own understanding, man. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine.
Then going back to Romans 11 again, which you can tell this kind of link right up with it, because after Romans 11 break down all that whole thing about the Gentiles, but then it said, be not wise in your own conceit. For the special blindness that happened to Israel, you know, which they were going to our people who they were Israelites, until the Israelite foreigners, to the however many of them supposed to come in, man. Go ahead. And thus all Israel gonna be saved. Go ahead,
And men of strength to mighty strong drinks, which justify the wicked for reward.
Right, and that's what our people do, man. You justify the wicked for a reward, man. Long as they paying that money in the churches, you don't care what the people doing, man. You gonna justify them, man. Go ahead. You justify the white man for a reward, man. He can make it now. Just cause he give you tax exempt and all that, man. He alright. You justify the wicked for a reward, man. Right. Like the brother said, that's another way, man. You got homosexuals, they can sing good. They'll let them make it in the church, man. You know, it's different ways of receiving rewards, man. It ain't just no money thing. It can be favors and all that, man. Go ahead,
And take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
So this going into detail for how we became those wild grapes, man. Now this just you can put the definition wild grape right there, and then they just got a whole summary of how we became the wild grapes. Go ahead.
Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the shaft, so their roots shall be as rottenness. But
going back into what we went into earlier, man. These are ones who need the physician, man. These are the ones we searching out for. We trying to pull our people out of the fire. Through the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, through this word, man. Not through our own will, you know. We fishing with the word. The word is the bait. This the bait right here. This what's gonna catch them, man. We the fishermen, man. We just throwing the bait out, which is the word, man. Go ahead.
And the blossom shall go up as dust.
Come.
Because they have cast away the law of Yahweh of hosts.
You see that we have cast away the law, man. So this why people in the condition they in, man. Don't you know the laws, statutes, and commandments in the Old Testament teach you how to govern yourself, teach you how to prosper as a nation, and you got the churches teaching our people they ain't under the law, man. The law is not important no more. That's the kind of thing right there. Whoa. Yeah.
Even with the law, outside of teaching how you govern yourself, you know, you can use the law. Well, we're supposed to use the law in today's time. A lot of lot of things going on right now today. If we kept the laws, statutes, and commandments, it wouldn't be going on. We wouldn't be having as many problems that we're having right now. That's why he said you keep it from generation to generation.
Oh.
And despise the word of the Holy One of Israel.
Read that again, huh? They have back the law.
It says, therefore, as the fire devoured the stubble, and the flames consuming the shaft, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom.
Your root is rottenness, man. Your root. Hey, going back into Romans 11 again, man. When they go into the branches and the root. Go ahead, huh? Just thinking on this. Go ahead.
And the blossom shall go up as dust.
Because the root, your root is where you come from. And we lost it, man. Go read that again, huh?
It said, therefore, as the fire devoured the stubble,
right,
and the flames consumeth the shaft,
right,
so their root shall be as rottenness.
Your root is your rottenness. So that's what the Lord did to us, going back into when we discontinue from our heritage. Because your root is where you come from, and that's what caused you to grow. Without a root, nothing gonna grow, man. So everything always starts in the root, man. So say our root became rottenness. Go ahead, which caused we discontinue from our heritage. Go ahead.
And the blossom shall go up as dust.
Right, man. Because the root caused you to blossom. But everything is nothing, man. It went up as dust. That's why people think they masons and all this other stuff in the Greeks, man. That's the dust. That's why in Isaiah 52, it say, arise, my people. Shake that, get it right quick, y'all. Let's get the first verse. See, Isaiah, I think, is my favorite book, man. Go ahead. My favorite prophet, basically. I think Isaiah my favorite prophet, man.
Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. Awake, put on thy strength, O Zion.
So now, we got to come back. That's Isaiah 5, but now in 52, that's why I think Isaiah my favorite, man. He always go into Israel being destroyed and judged, then he always come back, Israel going to be redeemed, man. Every time, man. Go ahead,
Awake, put on thy strength, O Zion.
Right.
Put on thy beautiful garments, O
This is our strength. It's our heritage, man. The law, statutes, and commandment is our strength. And the Lord say that in, get that, get that, you hold it. Get that, then get run the folk. But he said this should be the understanding. Finish that, finish that verse.
Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and unclean.
Right, man. So now it's time we gotta shake ourselves from the dust. Going back into our roots became rottenness, and our blossom became dust, man. We lost our heritage, start falling out to these other nations. And this is why we so confused. So now we gotta rise and shake ourselves from that. You got it. Deuteronomy 4. So this should be our understanding amongst all the nations. This should be the understanding amongst all the nations. verse.
I'll start at the top.
Go to the top.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and to the judgments which I teach you, for to do them.
Right, so our people got to hearken to these statutes and the judgments that the Lord proclaimed to us, man. So that's what we out here to tell our people, man. You got to hearken, man. If the Lord said, it's an abomination to be a homosexual or a dyke, man. Who is you to contend with that, man? If the Lord tell you can't sleep with another man, woman, man, you got to stop that. You got to turn back from that. Go ahead, huh? If the Lord tell you don't celebrate these wicked holidays, man, you got to stop it, bro. Go ahead. Woman, man. Go ahead, huh?
Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
Right.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Right. Going back into Revelation, the last chapter, when it said, he that added to it, all these players gonna be added unto him out of this book. He that take it away from him should the tree of life or the kingdom be taken from him, man. Or that great city. So everything in the New Testament comes from the Old Testament. Go ahead,
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
So this let you know from the gate, the so-called white man don't got a chance to make it, man. Now he said homosexuals, it's alright to be a homosexual, man. It's alright to be a transgender. So he don't got a chance. Go ahead.
That ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
The Lord love everybody. The Bible tell you being a homosexual is abomination, man. And they should be put to death. Go ahead,
Your eyes have seen what the Lord did to Baal Peor.
Come.
For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Lord thy God have destroyed them from among you.
Right.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, everyone you this day.
Right, and that's what we try to teach our people, to cleave back. We're trying to show our people, look, you've been thinking you've been cleaving to the Lord, but you're not. You've been cleaving to Baal Peor, man. When you celebrate Christmas, when you celebrate Easter, man, you worshiping false gods, man. The Bible tell you don't celebrate Christmas. The Bible tell you don't celebrate Easter, man. Valentine's Day. Go ahead.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
But your pastor ain't teaching you statutes and judgments that's coming out of this Bible, man. He teaching you statutes and judgments out of his own heart, out of his own mind, or out of what the white man allow him to teach you. Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of all these heathen nations. But this why we look dumb now amongst all these heathens in the nations, man. Because we don't understand what's our wisdom and knowledge amongst them, which is these laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead,
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh to them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him?
So what nation is so great, man? This nation is so great, man. Because the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead. That's it, right?
Yeah, I'll read the next one. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
Right, so this was our root. This was our foundation. So this what caused our blossom to be as dust, man. Because it looked like the Lord let it look like we blossomed. We fell away from him. We into all these other different organizations, man, these different philosophies. You think you blossoming, man. But then you eventually turn into a damn dust, man. It's turned into confusion, man. That's how they sprinkle a little truth in there. There's more lies than truth though until you come confused, man. Go ahead, God. Let's go to where you at.
It's Isaiah chapter 5, verse 24. It says, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 24. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consuming the shaft, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of Yahweh of hosts,
Right.
and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel.
Come.
Isaiah 5, verse 25. Therefore is the anger of Yahweh kindled against his people,
Right.
and he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and have smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcass were torn in the midst of the street. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
See? So get back to it. And this where Yahweh Shai came reiterate. Y'all all messed up, bro. But for all this, the Lord hand still ain't, he still got his hand out, man. He's still stretching his hand out. Go ahead,
And he will lift up an ensign to the nation.
This the sign right here. When you look up that word ensign, it's a sign, man, the token. This the sign. It's me and on the corners preaching, man.
And he said it's going to be preached throughout the whole earth. Come.
And he will lift up an ensign to the nation from far, and will hiss unto them from the ends of the earth. And behold, they shall come with speed swiftly.
Read that again. Start from his hand still stretched out.
But his hand,
hold it, hand still stretched out. Get that in Jeremiah. So we come back to it. I'm at 2. Started at 11. Got a point at 19, I'm started at 11.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods?
Right, go ahead. See, these other nations ain't changed their gods, man. These are, if you got somebody looking like another nation, and they truly, if they believe with all their mind, heart, and soul, man, they are Israelite foreigner, man. But if they truly another nation, they ain't changed their gods, man. Go ahead.
For my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit.
But our people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Go ahead. That's how you became the wild grapes. Go ahead. That's how you became the wild olives in Romans 11. Go ahead, bro.
Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters,
Right.
and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns.
That's why you thirsty. That's why you talking about you thirsty. You forsaken the fountain of living waters. What did it say they searched out?
And hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold no water.
Right, man. So all the stuff you believing in there, it can't hold no water. It ain't holding no weight, man. Go ahead.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Right.
Why is he spoiled?
Was our people meant to be slaves, man? Were we meant to be homeborn servants? That's what the white man got us thinking, man. Because once we start teaching our people, we supposed to be ruling over the white man. Oh, you being racist, man. We just want to be equal, man. No, the white man got it. You subconsciously in your mind, you was born to be his slave. You a homeborn servant. Read that again, bro. But we breaking down how we got in this situation, man. And it's all in the Bible. That's what's so good about it. It's all in this book, and this book don't cost that much. It's all in this book that I guarantee you every one of these people got in their house, man. This book is there, man. You got access to the book. Go ahead, huh?
And what's crazy is they'll say that, you know, when you bring that out, you preaching hate. But, you know, if they do a little reading in their Bible, they'll understand that that's in the scriptures. Regardless if you even talking about just who every nation is, the scriptures say that the Most High loved Jacob, but he hated Esau. So we're not preaching hate off our own accord. We preaching what's out the scriptures. That's in the scriptures. We just associate who these people are to today's time. Just like, you know, it's saying that we Israel. We Israel according to the scriptures. According to the scriptures, Esau is the white man, the so-called white man. And the Lord say he hate him. That's in your Bible. So it's not of our own accord. Verse 14, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Right, man.
Why is he spoiled?
Right. Why is we spoiled? Go ahead.
And you know, that's why the scriptures asking a question. It said, why is he a servant? Is he a slave? The Most High didn't make us to be servants and slaves. The word Israel or Yasha'Allah, it means Prince of the Power. And like he was saying earlier, the power is the Most High, the Father, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the power. And we prince and princesses for the women of the power. So why are we servants to these other nations if the Most High put us above all nations?
Didn't it say, what it say, why is he spoiled? Is Israel a homeborn servant? Why is he spoiled? Get, hold it out. We're going to go back to that. Get Isaiah 42 and 24, huh? Go Isaiah again. I know Isaiah my favorite book. I've been said. Instead of confirming it, though, it reaffirmed itself. Because it says, Israel a homeborn, is Israel a slave? Is he a homeborn servant? This what's been subconsciously pushed in our mind since we became slaves. And our people think, shit, it's all right. This our right position. No, man. No. Not according to the Bible.
Scripture said we're going to be kings and priests upon the earth. That's what we're supposed to be. That's what we're supposed to be now. The earth was made for us, for the elect's sake.
This is Isaiah 42, we do 23 and 24. It said, who among you will give ear to this?
He started at 18, y'all. It's a lot. What up, bro? Jill? Huh? Alright, you alright? Hey there, name. Alright, bro.
This is Isaiah 42 and 18.
Come out here, get you some of this word when you get tired, say. Huh? I say, you know we preaching the Bible, though. Oh, all right.
What's up, Paul? What's up?
All right. Say, I'm going to see you my page. All right.
This is Isaiah 42 and 18. Hear, ye deaf, and look, ye blind, that ye may see.
Right, man. Go ahead.
Who is blind but my servant?
Who is blind but the servant of the Lord, man? There go more proof of who are the Israelites, man. Who the servant of the Lord, the Israel. But it said, who is deaf, who is blind but my servant? So it's our people that don't know. Go ahead.
Of deaf or deaf, as my messenger that I sent.
Come. Because we the messengers of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Who is blind? That he that is perfect, and blind as the Yahweh servant.
Come.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
Right.
Opening the ears, but hearest not.
Come, get on Isaiah 1. There you go again, man. We just stay in Isaiah, man. Let's get Israel don't consider. Right, going right there into that. You finished that verse up?
Yeah.
Okay. Read it again.
It says, seeing many things, but thou observest not. Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
Right, people see many things, but observeth not, man. You see, we keep the world going around. You gotta observe that and understand why. America will crumble today if all the Israelites say we leaving, we packing up, we leaving, man. We don't care. We gone. America will crumble today. And if we do that, man, the so-called white man gonna come, he gonna force us, man. He gonna be like, nigga, I'm putting y'all back in chains, man. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Just like Egypt, man. Just like Pharaoh. Why you think Pharaoh ain't wanna let us go, man? He was letting the money go. The kingdom fell right, Egypt fell right after that, man. That's why Pharaoh ain't want to let us go, man. We had turned him to the powerhouse of the whole earth. Go ahead, finish it,
It said, but this is a people robbed and spoiled.
The same verse.
Okay. Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
Right.
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
Jake be watching, man. Jake be listening, but they ain't understanding. They ain't perceiving. Go ahead.
Yahweh is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
He well pleased for his righteousness' sake. Go ahead.
He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
What verse you in?
21.
Yeah, stop at 20. Go ahead, God said we perceive. Basically, what it say, we see many things, but we see not. We hear many things, but observe is not. Man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, start at verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. The Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children.
He nourished and brought up children. Going back into when he gave us those laws, statutes, and commandments. He planted that vineyard and fenced it, put a great tower in there. Go ahead.
And they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner.
Right.
And the ass his master's crib.
Right.
But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
Right.
Children that are corrupted.
Right.
They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger.
Let's finish the verse.
They are gone back. They are going away backwards.
We're going away backwards. This is how we became the wild grape. But going into, we see many things, but we don't see nothing, man. We don't even consider, man. It's time for us to consider. But that's what the men set up to do, man. We got to steer y'all pure minds back up through this word, man. And we know only the elect gonna get it, man. Go ahead,
All right, this is Isaiah 42 and 20. I'm going to read it again. Seeing many things, but thou observest not, and opening the ears, but he heareth not. Yahweh is well pleased for his righteous sake.
Right, and his righteousness sake is these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Go ahead.
He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
There you go. And ain't that's what's going on right now? Our law, statutes, and commandments is being magnified again. Your church is supposed to be doing this, but they not. So now the Lord got men out on the street corners. You look at them as crazy, and they magnifying the law again, man. So there's something else that had to be fulfilled. See, everything got to be fulfilled. That's written in His Word. Go ahead.
He said, but this is a people robbed and spoiled.
What we robbed and spoiled are the truth. Our heritage. And our resources.
They are all of them snares and holes.
Right. So first it said, who is deaf but my servant?